SAF-2P, which is a hydraulic tube end forming machine. Has 2 palm buttons for the automatic cycle. It has a hydraulic clamp with collars that grips the tube. Here, that is controlled by an air rotary actuator, and you'll notice that there is a proximity switch right there at that actuator. That is there so that when the tube is placed inside the clamp and the clamp is closed, that air actuator, or that proximity switch, has to be made before the stroke to make the forming will occur. Because if not, that means that the tube stop could be in the way of the die, and the die would destroy the tube stop arm. This is a safety feature to protect the tube stop arm. We're looking at the air valve that controls the tube stop arm. There's the regulator for the air coming in. If you look below here, you'll see that there are 2 proximity switches, and those proximity switches control the stroke of the clamp. When the bottom proximity switch is made, the form cycle begins. When the top one is made, the form cycle is over. And when that top proximity switch is made, the tube stop will come and reposition itself, ready for the next cycle. The hydraulic filter. This is the reservoir. This particular one has a 15 horsepower motor, 7.5 gallon a minute pump. The system is rated at 3,000 PSI. Has 2 solenoid valves. There's the oil fill tank. And here's the gauge on the reservoir. This is the forming cylinder, and this cylinder can generate up to 30 tons of forming forces. Depending on the needs of the customer, the tonnage can vary. This particular machine can form up to 3-inch pipe, schedule 40. There are the 2 proximity switches that control the stroke. There's the tube stop arms for positioning the tube, and you're looking at the clamp collars. Up here we have the controls panel. The switch we're looking at right now is for the form cylinder. These switches are always on the A position for automatic. By hitting 1 palm button, you can manually operate the machine to jog it, both the clamp and the forming cylinder. Power turns on and off here at the control panel. Dies, those are the clamps. Depending on the size of the tubing to be formed, normally we can get 2 diameters on 1 set of clamps. Then you're looking at the die insert also. Simply change the die insert for the proper diameter you want to reduce. A dry run cycle here, and there's no tube right now, but you'll get an idea how the machine works. So what he'll do is, to start the cycle, he'll put his hands on the palm buttons and hit the 2 palm buttons down, and the cycle is starting. You see the tube stop come out of the way. It's going forward, makes the forward proximity switch come back, stops, clamp open. Got a shot here from the other side so you can see the thing forming again. Okay, now he's going to hit the 2 palm buttons, go here again and make a form cycle. The operator will press the 2 palm buttons, and he'll hold them down for the complete cycle. The die goes forward, makes the form, retracts, makes the proximity. Looking at here is a 2 3/8 inch diameter tube with a heavy. We're going to place the tube inside the clamp assembly and get it ready for forming. Puts it up there, up against the tube stop. Then he'll depress the 2 palm buttons. Clamp closes, tube stop comes out of the way, die goes forward, makes the reduction, Comes back, makes a rear proximity switch, stop, clamp opens up, cycle complete. There's the formed part right there. This particular one is about 6 inches deep. Here you'll see how this reduction goes into the other tube, and basically that's it. You can pull that all the way good. Go through another cycle here from the back side so you can see what takes place. Now the operator is going to place the tube inside the clamp assembly up against the tube stop. Now he'll depress the 2 palm buttons and hold them down. You have to hold them down through the whole cycle. There goes the reduction cycle. When it makes the forward proximity switch, stops, cycle complete, operation completed. Now the speed of these forms can take a lot less time than what you see here. This particular part takes about 8 seconds, 9 seconds to make. But the speed can be increased dramatically by using a bigger motor and a bigger pump, and go a lot faster, depending on the production rates the customer is requiring. There you have our model 3212A 2SP.